Hello, everyone. This is CHSR 97.9. This is BricoLounge with your host, Raydelto and Tori. How's it going, Tori?
Hey, it's going pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm very excited, and let's do this.
Awesome. So, we're going to give the audience a bit of context. So, we are recording this. I am here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, and our friend Tori, he lives in Dominican Republic. So, we used to have a podcast during the pandemic, which is called the podcast of Tori and Ray, which is in Spanish. So if you are interested in listening our 25 episodes, you can go to podcast.raydelto.org. That's Raydelto with a Y. We hope you guys enjoy this space as much as we enjoy creating this content for you. So,
Yeah.
as I'm pretty sure that a lot of people want to collaborate with CHSR. So, if you want to have your own space or if you want to host BricoLounge like we are doing for one day, you can go to chsrfm.ca and you can find information about how to volunteer, how to create your radio show, how to be part of this community radio here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. So, without further ado, what's up, Tori? What's going to be the first topic that we are going to cover in this transmission of BricoLounge?
Well, I don't know. I've been most recently. I've been reading a lot about something that happened to a bank. The Silicon Valley Bank just suddenly closed, and like that was a very interesting topic. I was like, what? All of a sudden, I don't know. Everything was going pretty great, and suddenly it wasn't. And I don't know. It made me think about life and how unpredictable things are most of the time, right?
Yeah, and I just read that the American government is going to help the bank because having a bank in bankruptcy it means that it's not good for the economy. So, how do you think about the U.S. government using taxpayers' money to save the bank?
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty stupid. It's very dumb. Like those same people from the bank, they tend to be hardcore libertarians that they don't like. They just don't like government interference on their stuff, except when they're you know when they mess up unavoidably. So yeah, I think it's dumb and it's stupid, and I
Hmm.
think a lot of people should go to Yale. But that's just me. I'm irrational like that.
And we have to make the disclaimer that we are not financial advisors. You should not make any financial movement
Yeah, yeah,
using
no,
our
nothing.
comments as a reference.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a software engineer by trade, and yeah, nothing I say about financial stuff should be taken seriously. Uh, so please take that into consideration before even listening to me. Actually, no one should ever like listen to me seriously at all, unless you want trouble in your life.
So
So yeah,
you
that's
just said
that's
that
my
you are a
disclaimer.
software engineer. So I wonder why will a news like that will caught your attention?
Because the bank that went bankrupt was Silicon Valley Bank, and they were the bank for all the startups and a lot of startups in LA and in the United States and stuff like that. So the news kind of uh, both directly and indirectly affect me somehow. Like if I have a potential client in the United States, they're probably down because of that issue. If their money was not insured, and like yeah, that's it's like the bank for startups. So it's for tech startups mainly. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and I
that
have here in
news
my
definitely.
production
Yeah.
notes that you actually have a startup. So, were you a customer of the Silicon Valley Bank, or
Well, I
are you
have
a customer
a
of a similar bank?
I have a C corp in the United States, but the bank I use is called. Uh, oh my god, I forgot the name of my bank.
That's how good it is. So you have no worries at all.
No,
So
no,
you
yeah,
even forgot the name.
but like I almost opened an account with Silicon Valley Bank. Oh yeah, it's Mercury. Mercury, that's the name of my bank, Mercury. And Mercury
But did
just
you request a
announced,
loan for your startup?
not yet, but in Mercury they just they just announced that if you have up to $5 million in Mercury, it is automatically insured. So if Mercury goes down, you're gonna get your money back, uh, guaranteed. So that's kind of a good news. It's probably in reaction to the thing with SBB, right?
Yeah.
SBB stands for Silicon Valley Bank. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
yeah,
let's lead our conversation towards entrepreneurship. So you are an entrepreneur, you have your startup.
yeah.
So
Is
tell
this
us
gonna be like an interview? Because I don't think people are gonna
no,
find
but
that
I'm pretty sure
interesting at
everyone
all.
wants to know. Like everyone following this conversation wants to know, like what's the name of your startup, what you do. Um,
Yeah, I have it. It's more for there's not a startup, right? It's more I have it more for as an option to do stuff. Like if I need to do transactions overseas in the United States, I can use that resource. Or if I ever come up with an idea to do something like a minimum viable product for some uh, wild idea, having that resource there, I can use some tools like Stripe, or I can apply for some products to to investigate and do stuff. But it's not a formal startup. Right now, I'm like 95% of my time is in my current job at corotos.com.do. It's a marketplace for it's like Craigslist for the Dominican Republic. All of our listeners, I invite you all to come to the Dominican Republic. It's pretty nice. The main attraction is tourism, so you guys are gonna have a great time here. It's almost guaranteed. And if you don't, you can call me, and I'll try to give some justification.
Yeah,
That's
actually, that's the slogan
it.
of the tourism in Dominican Republic. It says Dominican Republic has it all. So it has nice beaches in the south where you can go and chill. And if you are into water sports, you can go to the north where you can do like surfing or any other water sports. And we have nice mountains, rivers, waterfalls. So you name it, we have it all.
Yeah, we have the tallest mountain in the Caribbean. By the
Yes.
way, I went there the other day. I went
Oh,
to the Pico Duarte. Yeah, and I
yes,
have my
that's
picture.
the yeah. As you've mentioned, it's the highest peak in the Caribbean. I've been there
Yeah.
in 2014. I was there. So
Oof,
yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's a nice experience. You remember
No,
how?
it's not.
You remember?
It's the worst. It's awful.
Well, it's a life
That's
changing
really
experience.
extreme. Yeah, it is. Life changing. It is. Yeah, I can tell you that my feet are. Oh my god, it's awful. Like I lost a nail, like my toenail
Yeah, I've heard
is
of
gone.
stories about that. So to people listening, it's a 3 kilometers hiked. So it's 3,100 meters hiked. This peak that we're
Above the
talking about.
sea, right? That's the
Yes. Hmm.
and it's really like, but you need to walk like 21 kilometers, and some of the peaks are really pronounced,
Hmm.
and some of the valleys are also really pronounced, and you have to come back through the same route, so those valleys turn into peaks, and it's great. and it's
Yeah.
awful.
I remember that there is a part of the hike which is called,
Valley of Regret.
yeah, the Valley of Regret, because a lot of people regret going for that hike. So I did
Yeah,
regret when I was hiking that part. Was that your case?
yeah, almost like the only like easy part of the road
It's
was
the
the
first
start.
one until you get
Yeah,
to the
like the
first stop.
first,
Yeah,
like the first 5 kilometers. It's like,
it's
oh,
like
this is
nothing.
easy. This
Yeah,
is
I was like,
this
oh,
is.
how come everyone talk about how hard this is? This is fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, and the hardest part was actually the last like 600 meters because you're anxious and you're like, okay, when is it over? I want to get there finally. And it's like very inclined and you're almost there and you get a sign that says, hey, it's only 600 meters that way. And you go there and you're walking and you're walking and you're walking and it seems like it's never going to end. But then you get there and you take your picture and everything is like, oh yeah, this was fun, and I will never do this again ever.
Yeah, that's exactly my experience. Like I enjoy it. It was a life-changing experience, but I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, I may do it again if I ever have enough money to have like a chopper, like a helicopter, because there's a heliport. There's a part that's like a heliport,
Oh
so you
yeah,
can
that's
go there.
in Agüita Fria, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But still, from Agüita Fria to like the
Yeah,
final
that's
stop,
still.
there's a big, yeah, there's a big, you know. But yeah, maybe I don't know. By then, I'll be too busy with the helicopter and stuff.
Well,
So
from there
we'll
you
see.
can take a donkey, so you can ride the bike, the back of a donkey, and you don't
I
have
fell
to
off my
walk.
donkey. I fell
Oh,
off the
I fell
donkey. Like,
twice of mine.
yeah, so did I, and I was like,
I
what is
was like,
going on?
yeah,
Because
I'd rather
going down,
walk.
I fell off twice going down.
Yeah,
Like
same
going up,
here, same
it
here.
was
Going
awesome
down.
going up. Yeah, but then going down, it's like I don't know. I think the ropes were misplaced in my donkey when going down. I think that was the problem because I was holding myself really well. I don't know what happened, but yeah, like there are some times because they take like wide turns. The donkeys they take wide turns and
Hmm.
they go right to the like you get to see the drop like
Yeah.
when they turn when they're going down and it's really scary and you're like, oh no, my god, it's gonna be, I'm gonna fall down. But
Yeah.
yeah, regardless, it was overall it was fun. It was
So
okay.
to illustrate a little bit this trip, this hike, what song would you like to share with the audience?
Well, so there's this song from this indie artist called Miley Cyrus. It's called "The Climb." I think it's thematically, cohesive. I guess.
Hmm.
So go with
So,
that.
with you, my friends, here you have Miley Cyrus with The Climb. We'll be right back right after this. So you were listening Miley Cyrus, The Climb. This is BricoLounge, CHSR 97.9. Here we are in this episode of BricoLounge with Ray and Tori. Tori is joining us from the Dominican Republic, and
Hello.
myself, Ray. I'm here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. So before
Hey, I have a question. Sorry,
go
before
for it.
you
Yeah.
just put it on. Like, what is the thing that you like the most about Fredericton, New Brunswick? Like, what
Yeah,
is it?
that's a good question. A lot of people ask me that. People from Dominican Republic, but also people from other provinces of Canada. So I like
Hmm.
it how nice people are here. I like the pace of the life here. It's even though it's a capital city here in Fredericton, in the Greater Fredericton area, we have 60,000 people, but there are no traffic jams. You can drive your car at 5 p.m., at 7 a.m., and there are no traffic jams. So the what people would call traffic jams happen. There is a bridge that divides the city in two parts, the north and the south. So there is a congestion, like call it like that. Like in the morning, about 7:15 until 8, uh, it will take you around 25 minutes to go from your house in the north side to the south side. The same thing after 4 p.m. If you want to go to the north side, it's same story. But I don't live in the north side. That's not my case. So I live and I work in the south side. So that means that at any time, everywhere, anywhere I want to go, it's about 10 minutes drive. So that's a good thing. Other thing is that since it's a very small town, it's very likely that wherever you go, if you go to the drugstore, you go to the smoothie shop, you go to the coffee shop, it's very likely that you are going to see someone you know, probably someone working there that you know, and that sense of community I really appreciate. Uh, my neighbors are always checking on me. I check on them to make sure that they are doing okay. You can assume that people are nice. You can trust people, like random people on the street. You don't have to uh, be aware of them being robbers or trying to take advantage of you. So
It's
it's
like
a very
here.
nice
It's
community.
exactly like, but it's like the Dominican Republic. Exactly like the Dominican Republic. Yeah, definitely.
I'm not making comparisons
Like,
with any other country,
no,
but
no, no, not quite.
the last thing I wanted to mention about the advantage of here is the location. So if I want to drive, I can go to Boston. It's a 6 hours drive, which is not that far away in a North American context. Uh, Also, if I want to go to Mountain, which I mentioned is the most populated city of the province, it's just 2 hours drive. If I want to go to the most populated city in the east side of Canada, which is Halifax in Nova Scotia, that's a 4 hours drive. If I want to go to Prince Edward Island, which is the province that has the best beaches of the country, is a 4 hours drive as well. So there are
Hmm.
convenient flights to Montreal. It's just a 1 hour flight to go to Montreal. And I say that it's a very convenient flight because since we have a very small airport, you can just get there like 20 minutes before your flight. And you're going to catch your flight just 1 hour in the air. And we have 1 hour more than Montreal. So you leave here at 11 a.m. and you get there at 11 a.m. So that's how convenient it is. If you want to go to Toronto, it's 2 hours by plane. If you drive to Montreal, is 8 hours because of the geography. Because you have to go north, then
Yeah, but like, do you travel often? Aren't you also a software engineer? Do you
yes,
travel a lot? Because
I'm a
like
software engineer. I
most of the thing, most of the things that you've mentioned are like ways to get out of. Uh, like, I
no.
love New Brunswick. I love it so much. I have figured out all the routes to leave. It's like, okay, like what's in town? Like, how's the nightlife? How are the discotheques?
Well,
The you know
we have everything. Like
the
we have a nice Irish pub. Actually, there is another Irish pub that just opened
Oh, I went
this
to an
week.
Irish pub in New York, and I loved it. They're like they have this mood. They're like nice and cool and cozy. I don't
Yeah,
know how to
yeah, yeah.
explain it.
Same
Yeah, I
thing.
guess
But
the
that,
same there.
yeah, the thing is that here you have pretty much like one of everything. Like in town, we have just one a movie theater. Nightlife.
Is it?
You were talking about nightlife, so yeah, there are nightclubs for young fellows. Like something that caught my attention because that's not normal in our country, in Dominican Republic. It's not common. It doesn't exist. Like inside the university, there's a bar inside the university that is open like every day until 2 a.m. And there is
What?
also a nightclub inside the university.
But what? Okay, explain. Because I my guess is that a nightclub in New Brunswick is not the same as a nightclub
Well,
here, right? So
well, you have to take in
what are the?
consideration that we're talking about the University of New Brunswick is the first public university in English of all Canada, established in 1785. So it's a big university. So there are a lot of people that comes from different places of the world. People come from other provinces,
Yeah, but
but
like,
there are a lot of international students. So there are thousands of young people living there. So yeah, so you have enough energy, enough young people willing to party around the area. So yeah, it's a
okay, so they do like they put their rock and roll music and
well,
stuff like
for
that.
sure that they wouldn't dance to the same rhythm we do in Latin America,
Yeah,
but
that's more or less my question. Like how wild are like the nightclubs
well,
out
as
there? Because
wild
here,
as
you
it can
know,
get in a North American context. Yeah, and also of course there are
like
nightclubs
let's compare it
outside.
with Parada 77. I'm sorry, this is probably
No,
out of.
no, there are no. To give context to people who don't know what Parada 77 is, which I guess is more than 97% of the audience. Uh, uh, Tori is referring to a Latin nightclub. So there are no Latin nightclubs. So what we do is that we host at the university, because the university is like the center of the city. So at the
Okay.
university, we host a Latin night in one of the cafeterias of the university. So we do that every 3 weeks. And before the pandemic, I also I hosted my own, because this one I mentioned is a very good friend. His missile, and actually that was part of my notes. I wanted to announce like people who want to learn how to dance to Latin rhythms. If you want to dance how to dance bachata, merengue, um, you name it, cumbia, you
Salsa.
can, salsa, yeah. So you can come to the grad house at the university. You know, we are transmitting through the radio of the university. Again, the university is the center of the city. So in the UNB grad house, every 3 weeks we have, starting at 8 p.m. we have classes from 8 to 9, and at 9 is when the party starts until midnight. So if you want to know more details, if you want to know the dates, if you want to know how much is it, you can go to our Facebook group. It is called Fiestas Latinas Fredericton. I'll say it again with a English pronunciation: Fiestas Latinas Fredericton. So go to that Facebook group, and you're going to find out. Well, at the moment of this recording, we actually are actually recording the St. Patrick's Day of 2023, meaning
Oh
March
yeah, happy St.
17th.
Patrick's Day.
Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day for you as well. For those of you watching us on YouTube, I'm wearing green because it's St. Patrick's. It's March 17th to 2023. So as of the time of this recording, the admission is $10. And those $10, it includes the lessons from 8 to 9 and the party. And as you may know, inside the grad house, there's a bar, so you can buy any drinks that you like, and you can dance until midnight. Fiestas Latinas in Facebook. So continuing with the nightlife in Fredericton, this is something where a lot of people is gonna turn the volume up in the radio. So other nightclub that exists here, it's called the 20s. Well, it's officially called 2020. People locals call it the 20. So
So okay, go on.
so it's a very known location for singles. That's the place where you go to meet people, and that's the mood, and everyone knows that. So it's very easy, of course, with consent, to know if someone is looking forward to meet new people. And yeah, it's been there for over a decade. It's part of the traditional nightclub, and you should go on Friday. Like Fridays are the good days of the 20s. Saturday is a bit off, but Friday is packed. And something interesting, I've been there many times, and they always play La Gasolina by Daddy Yankee. Like that's the only reggaeton you're gonna ever hear out there. So the La Gasolina is still playing out there, and if you don't get the context,
No
like why?
Despacito.
No,
There's
no
no
Despacito.
Despacito.
Like, if you
Okay.
don't get the context, like, why are these guys laughing about La Gasolina being played? Well, what happened is that it was a very nice hit, but it was in 2004. Like, it's been 18 years, and we don't play that song anymore in America. We play newer songs, but that's fine. As as long as you guys play Latin music, we're okay with that. So continuing, there is a it's like a small mall. It's called the Tannery. So uh, in the same place is where we have Dolan's, which is an Irish pub. They have live music from Thursday to Saturday. In front of that is the Club Chrome. As I've mentioned, they have a nightclub. It's very vivid. It's for young people. They have um, themes, like once per month they have Latin nights in there, but it's another concept because it's Latin, but it's more for young people, meaning it's called I never heard that term before. They call it neoperreo. So it's pretty much a reggaeton. Not many salsa, bachata, or merengue. It's pretty much just Latin reggaeton out there. Also, they have a singles night once every month, and they have a 30s night for people from 30 to 40. There is a night that is dedicated for those folks. So, so
For
yeah,
all
so
people.
so you should take a look at that. So in that complex, in that area, uh, we also have the Capital Complex. The Capital Complex has many rooms. For instance, the Wilson's room is like a lounge where you go. You have a bar. You have swings where you can sit and grab a beer while you are swinging.
Sounds
There
like sounds something, sounds dangerous. Like in a
yeah,
swing,
yeah.
drunk, like
Alcohol and swings don't add up well.
yeah,
But
they shouldn't, like, that sounds very, very irresponsible for like a first
no,
world
but
country
no
place.
accident has been reported yet, so no worries.
Reported, exactly. I don't doubt it has happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not
Sometimes they have
reported.
trivia night there. They have concerts from time to time. I've been to stand-up comedy shows out there.
Great. So I'm gonna let you know something. So
Go ahead.
I went to college. I'm gonna finish my college
Oh,
education.
yeah, talking about university, UNB, and all that. You went back to college. So
Yes, I'm only
for
eight
those of
percent.
like people want to know the context, like how old are you and how long was it since you left school?
So I'm 33 years old. I started college at 18. I dropped out at 22. I was only
Became
missing.
millionaire, and that's actually the story of Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple. Like, he dropped out, and then he after he became a millionaire after the Apple, he went back to school, but he changed his name because he didn't want professors to give him grades just because he was this famous.
Steve Wozniak, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I dropped out because I started working, making money, and the career I chose was telematics engineering, which is not an easy career, and it's even worse if you're working and if
Mhm.
you're like if you have responsibilities. So yeah, so I dropped out at 22. Then I came back uh, every other year, and the last time I tried it, I was before the no, it was during the pandemic. It was like in 2020. It was 2020, right? April 2020 was the last time I was there. So I came back this semester with, like, I want to finish by
Like,
next year
okay, how many courses
today.
are you taking this semester?
I'm planning on taking, like, I wish I could take 5 or 4, but I know that I probably won't have enough time to finish them all. So I'm probably gonna just take 2,
Okay.
and yeah, like 2 and 2 and 2, and I'm like, yeah, it's only like 6 or 8 courses that I need to finish, and so I can graduate. And after that, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like I'll probably apply to something in Canada or something. I don't know.
Yeah, come
Maybe
to
perhaps.
UNB. As I
Yeah.
mentioned before, like we are
And
transmitting through the UNB radio, the community radio CHSR, which stands for College Hill Student Radio, is located inside the University of New Brunswick. So you should come here and study here. To
it's
keep
probably a
track
scam,
on
right?
the good news that you're going back to school, back to college, I am
School is
going
cool.
to share with the audience. I'm gonna give a little bit of Latino ambience here, and I'm going to pick a song that gives you energy about completing your goals. It's Don Omar, que dice Patea. So you're going to listen Patea by Don Omar, and I hope it inspires you to follow your goals.
Anyway,
So we just heard Patea by Don Omar. To people that just came in, this is CHSR 97.9. And this is BricoLounge hosted by Ray and Tori. Here,
hello.
I'm in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, but we have Tori broadcasting from the Dominican Republic. So,
Hi,
Tori,
hi there.
yeah, before our pause, we were talking a little bit about the nightlife in Fredericton. So, I wonder, did I convince you to come here to visit and have a really nice time
Yeah,
here?
it sounds like it's a very quiet place. I would love to go there at some point. I've always been a fan of you know the quiet life, uh, and I know that eventually I will probably just gravitate towards working at the fishing company over there.
Yeah, I was.
Picking up fish and
Yeah,
stuff like that. That would be
eventually I
nice.
was gonna bring that up because I have here in my production notes that you were considering at some point of your life moving to rural area in New Zealand. So tell
Oh
us a little bit
yeah,
about it.
yeah. That's also within my goals. Like move. I just want to move somewhere quiet.
So there you
With
go. Fredericton is gonna be your new place.
yeah. So with the New Zealand stuff, I also need to finish college. Guys, finish your college education. That's important. Okay, because that's
Yes.
gonna open a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of programs out there that you're not even gonna be considered if you don't have a college degree. And my guess it's gonna get tougher as more and more people have college degrees. Like so, go with formal education and finish. Get a title on anything you want, but get it. Okay, do the investment, make friends, and all that stuff. Anyway, so for me to go to New Zealand at this moment, I will need to go with some sort of a program of some sorts, right? And the relocation program, you need to have a title for that. I was investigating, I was looking into that, and yeah, same with Fredericton and all the other places. But yeah, so I may apply for both and get the one that replies first.
Pick the best. Pick
uh,
the best place.
may the best place win, right?
Exactly.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. It would be great. I don't know. I know I don't seem like it, but I'm actually a very boring person. I like to be, to play video games. Like I've been playing Dark Souls recently. Uh, I like to cook, and I like to be a software engineer and develop stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
and for everyone listening, Mr. Tori, he's single. So, what's your Instagram handle so that people can follow up? And also, what's
Uh,
your Twitter handle?
uh, both are the same. EATSKOLNIKOB.
Yeah, it's
It's
spelled.
Kolnikov. It's
It's
pronounced.
Kolnikov.
It's Kolnikov. It comes from a novel by Fyodor Dostoevsky. The protagonist's name is Raskolnikov. The novel name is Crime and Punishment.
Yep.
I read it when I was 14, and that has been my handle more or less ever since.
Yeah, and if
And
you
yeah.
want to find more about our podcast, because this is like a special version of our podcast for CHSR. If you want to know more about our project, go to podcast.raydelto.org. Raydelto is Raydelto, Raydelto with Y.
We
So
have a
go
serious
there.
issue with our URLs because it's like,
Yes.
how do we, like, we have to spell them, and people
Yeah.
are gonna be like, oh no, not good.
Yeah, so you can listen it on Spotify, on your favorite streaming platform. We are in all of them. So you can go there. We have our episodes on YouTube. You can go there and write comments, write down, I came here from CHSR, so that we know that you came because you're listening to this transmission. So uh, show us love. So
Yes, sure.
our
I check
production
the
team,
comments every day, so go
I
for
was gonna say, Tori, that our production team is asking us for another song. So what song is gonna be the next one that you're gonna share with the audience?
I don't know what kind of music do people listen in Canada.
Well, that's the thing. Like one of the directives of the community radio is that they want to play music that doesn't get aired a lot. That's why I'm gonna start a Latino radio show, because we like here at CHSR, I say we because I'm part of it. I'm a volunteer at CHSR. We try to air like indie songs, cultural songs, like in this case Latino music, so that we can promote new cultures, new artists. So we can play like we just played Miley Cyrus. That's fine, but that's not like we don't play 100% like top
Okay, so you
artists.
guys, so music in Spanish,
Yes, of
like,
course, like in any language
oh,
you like.
well, so I can pick any song that I want
Yes, go
from
for
all
it.
the libraries of music. Okay, ha, 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 ha. So this is my opportunity to shine with something great, something awesome, something that's gonna represent Latin America in
Caballo
the
homosexual de
minds.
la montaña.
Sí.
Ladies and gentlemen, with you, Caballo homosexual de las montañas, which translates to homosexual horse of the mountains. So we just heard Caballo homosexual de las montañas, homosexual horse of the mountains. So this is a song, like an indie song in America. If you go to Instagram, or pretty sure that a lot of TikToks with background music, so it's kind of popular. You have anything to add about this song? Like, why did you pick this song, Trivio?
Well, no particular reason. It's just emblematic of Latin American youth. It's a lot of fun. People,
I'm
it's
laughing
really like
because it is not
sounds.
it is not very well known. Like the only
It
person
is.
I've
It
heard
is. It
who,
is. Stop it.
like,
You're
I've just
not
heard
young
that song
anymore.
because of you, but that's fine. I probably live
That's
in a
not well.
parallel.
At least in the local scene, everyone knows that song. Everyone knows. It's one of those songs that.
Everyone of your friends and now folks in Fredericton know that song again. Probably
No, no.
they're
I
gonna play
swear.
that song like they
I
play
swear to God. I
Gasolina,
swear to God. If anyone is still listening, and you actually heard the
which I
song,
doubt it.
I don't doubt it. There's at least like 100 people still listening. So if anyone's still listening out there, uh, I want you guys to, if you ever come to the Dominican Republic, ask for that song. And I swear to God, everyone knows that song. Everyone everywhere knows that song. Everyone. Like there's not a single soul that doesn't know it, and the lyrics and everything. I swear.
Yeah, so we have to be closing soon. So I just want to know, Tori, what is the last thing you want to tell people, and with what song you want to finish this episode?
Well, I want to tell everyone that it has been a pleasure sharing this time with you. It's always fun to to talk and stuff like that. And yeah, and I don't know. I guess that like the audience is like young people, so I want to tell you, young people, don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol, drink plenty of water, sleep well, and pay attention to your parents, and yeah, that's it. I don't know. Work
And
hard.
what about drinking coffee without sugar?
Ah, yeah, don't do that. That's awful. That's the worst thing ever. I've actually been quitting. I quit coffee.
Oh,
Uh,
great.
I had coffee today, but before today, I had coffee like a week ago. Like I don't drink coffee like as a need, like every day, like
But I think
stuff
you
like.
were kind of into that when I visited Dominican Republic in
Yeah, I was in
December.
the middle of withdrawal. Yeah, yeah, I know,
Okay.
I know. So I've been keeping it. So like I will drink coffee one day, but I don't need to. I don't need to drink coffee every day anymore. And I will drink if I'm offered coffee, I will take it, but you know, I don't pursue coffee, right?
So, is
And
there anything that you've noticed? Like, are you sleeping better? Do you have less anxiety? So, what's the change of this
I've been
withdrawal?
having more like vivid dreams, like when I'm when I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming more. I don't know if that's somehow related to that, uh, but I've been feeling like in order to wake up, what I'm trying to do now is do something physical. Like I will wake up and I need to walk. I walk like 20 minutes. I have a I have a thing. I can't show it right now, but I have like a walking machine, a walking band, and yeah, I will walk 20 minutes, take a bath, and I'm awake. The same as if I will take a cup of coffee. Uh, but if I don't do it, then I'm like I feel like I'm at 87%. Like I'm never like at 100%. I don't know why, unless I take like a nap. Like I will wake up and I will take a nap like in 2 hours later, and then I'll feel like 95%, something like that. But yeah, quitting coffee is hard, so don't get addicted to coffee.
Thank you very much for listening to this radio show. If you want to host BricoLounge, remember that you can go to chsrfm.cr, and there you're going to find the details on how you can become a volunteer for CHSR, have your own radio show, or if you just want to do it like one time, like we're doing, go for the BricoLounge and host it. Thank you very much. And with you, Shakira Sitabas. See you.
Bye
Thanks
bye.
for listening.
See you.